just right on top of them. They feed them the Night Stalker, then immediately say, okay, you're going to take Night Stalker, we'll take Spiritbreaker Gyrocopter. They knew that with that left in the pool, that would be CDEC's answer, and they have their own response.
Do you think there's like a little, I don't mean to kind of take it to this kind of nature, but do you think there's a little extra like going on because it's Inflame against SC, both mid laners who apparently are captains and drafters? I mean, you don't see that very often. For most teams, you know, you're usually the support, someone who can kind of oversee the game a bit better. I understand that maybe the shot caller in the game can be different from the drafter, but I don't know. What do you think, man? I know maybe we don't have a lot. I mean, you probably have more drafting experience than I do, but maybe as mid laners going toe to toe, do you think there's any sort of extra spice on top of it? What do you think?
It's interesting because some mid laners actually like always first phase their own hero, and I find that kind of, I don't know, arrogant or cheesy or something. There are some though that like S4 will usually fourth pick, maybe even fifth pick his own. So I feel like there's definitely different levels of consideration brought to the draft based on your role. But like we see here, SEC is going to grab himself a Death Prophet. We see Inflame leaving it for his own last. They ban out the Puck, the Invoker, and we actually get to see Bat most likely take the mid. Obviously, we saw Moo take a mid Ursa a couple hours ago, so you never know. But yeah, Inflame is going to take that Bat Rider against TP, and it is kind of an interesting back and forth because
that was a fast draft.
It really was. And NewBee Young were the ones with the pedal to the metal. Like, they really were just accelerating things, trying to keep CDEC from getting a chance to really get their feet back underneath them. But Inflame seems a little bit calm, cool, and collected because he was able to pick up a really quick Bat Rider in response. He seemed to know what he wanted to do in this game, and that's, as a captain, is very important. So, yeah, overall, I think that everybody brings a bit different drafting mentality. I kind of like the form that both teams are bringing. That's kind of my style, is open with something kind of generic and all around. Like we saw the Gyrocopter Spirit Breaker from NewBee Young. That can work in almost any lineup. The Night Stalker Dazzle is a little more disjointed as an opener because you have a Night Stalker on Darkrai who wants to get involved early, whereas the Dazzle is just going to babysit the jug. Like, he's not going to be doing much in terms of lane activity. So that kind of forces them to put up a mid laner who can benefit from the Night Stalker. Like, they can 2v1 the enemy mid. And actually, oh my gosh,
what did I say,
are we seriously taking another smoke?
They're doing another 5-made smoke, and they again might get Ame from it. Oh no, seriously scary deja vu could be coming out right here. The early Soul Siphon. Luckily, Darkrai is going to be able to interject. Slows them down with the Void. They think it'll turn their attention onto him, but this time Ame, thankfully, will be able to make it away from the first blood. These guys, though, their first 5-man movements is just so ridiculous. They do it
every game. They do it every game, and you know, this is the safest spot. This is the safest spot from Tusk or anybody. You can stand like right here, see both avenues, and they're going to be making the invasion. But he wants to see the wards, I guess. I don't know. He goes further forward, and yeah, we're going to see NewBee Young get the first strike. Though obviously that does force the Spirit Siphon out of the Death Prophet. So she's going to go Bounty Rune bottom. Bat Rider gets Bounty Rune top, and he's actually going to go Bottle Rush based on that.
Now, do you think that CDEC Youth shouldn't be mythed at all? Like, just more, and they was quick to pick up that Bat Rider, but it was a Bat Rider to a Vengeful Spirit. Is it pure just confidence that the Bat Rider matchup in this lane against who typically is a very scary Death Prophet, it just makes it all the worth it because of that, and shouldn't be faltered too much about the Visage or the Vengeful Spirit later on, or is that still what could be a possible daunting problem for the Bat Rider?
I mean, you're always going to have a counter for Bat. Like, there's, even at the last pick Bat Rider, there's going to be just some good hero in the pool that happens to counteract what he's going for. We're actually going to see a pretty heavy exchange between these two mid laners, though. Like, Inflame got 4 stacks on the Death Prophet earlier, and then Uphill missed on his auto attack. And it's like, oh, okay. So I've actually gotten 0 damage on her despite all this mana spam. But in the end, yeah, he's got the bottle first, so he's going to be able to control the lane more effectively, and you can see that with the 5-0 versus 4-0. So, but long term, the mid to late game, yes, the Venge is going to be an issue, especially when she hits 11, especially when she gets Ether Lens.
Oh, Death Prophet. Careful here.
Hey, he's just here for the creeps, man. He's just here for the creeps.
Eating a lot of stack. I don't know, man. Some of these Chinese teams, they go against heroes like Bat Rider, and I almost feel like they forget how they work. I mean, it was a certain Shiki I saw not long ago, equipped 7 stacks in the mid lane before realizing I might need to turn around, and just as fast as the Bat Rider swooped over her head, she was quickly dead. But It seems like this time Death Rider will be bullied back. Maybe, I was going to say, needs to consider Magic 1. Does have one now, but bottom lane, they make an advancement on forward. It's top lane, though, where they actually draw the first blood. It's going to be Mur who picks it up on the Vengeful Spirit, taking down the mighty Tidehunter.
Yeah, just getting flacked down, getting caught out of position. Needs to get some boots up as soon as possible to negate the potential of that top lane and to actually stay there. Otherwise, you just stack and you kind of find the hard camp and such. But MR's actually going to be trying to make his move on mid here. Inflame, feeling pretty confident, just got his boots off the courier. But you had an Avenge in there, okay.
She lays the trap like, I'm so far forward. What am I going to do? Well, I got Mur here. Steps in, gets the magic missile off, quickly looking to clarity up. Batrider tempting fate in hopes that he can burn down the lady, but no. She will be able to withstand the burn, pop on a salve, and be A-okay. That was a nice little baited attempt and just knew how they were able to entice the Batrider into a bad position. And unfortunately, I can't hear Blaze anymore in my Discord, I don't believe. This might be the first time that, unfortunately, we are running into a little bit of a voice communication issue on this. If necessary, we are happy to switch over to our other VoIP software if necessary. That might be required. Oh, nope, that was just him. He actually blue screened out. So Blaze has departed suddenly, and we'll be back very, very soon. So in the meantime, we'll see where we square up. NewBee now up 2-0 here. After being able to bring down the Tidehunter in the top lane, he's quick to be able to get the creeps back under the tower for himself, but they're looking to be able to fix that here. Jiajian and Mur, of course, who's already been on the move, could force NewBee Young to be in more high alert at this point. We're definitely seeing SC in a bit of a position that we're not used to seeing here. Normally more of the enforcer, typically on the back of like your ODs, let's say, and Inflame on his puck, but Inflame is certainly not looking to be passive in this game. That's an early clarity here. It doesn't bother looking to cancel it, but he really wants to go for the 4-minute rune here. And I don't know, maybe he's trying to finally get the Death Prophet to come top with him. Like, oh, come with me top. There's no Tidehunter there. Actually, he's just going to straight up jump on SC. This is the first Nightfall, and already Darkrai just puts it right to work, man. This guy's, it's in his name, for God's sake. On your life. Goes right on the first darkness and gets it to work. Night Stalker meeting his quota right away. So he's got to be a happy clam right now, and back to bottom lane we go. It's been a pretty quiet game for Chessbug on his Spirit Breaker here, man. He is close to level 3, but has yet to really go on any sort of charging adventure, and he has the benefit, of course, of this Ion Shell, so I imagine them looking to put it to use here pretty damn soon. Icy is... Hey guys, stop that. Uh-oh. Charges out. No Ion Shell now, but Chessbug is hoping to get some RNG bashes, and suddenly Ame's like, lay off my Dazzle. Goes in ferociously with a Blade Fury, but Chessbug was able to quickly surge away, and but not going to be able to make it far enough under the tower. This is going to be a slow and very painful death. It is going to be Darkrai again, picking up another kill. This guy already putting in the work on the first Nightfall now, and they're looking for more here, looking for the body blocks, the back end of the surge, and that will be the end of it here. Obviously, no Omni Slash or anything. Darkseer will be able to make it back and away to safety.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And it looks like back at mid lane. Now the Batrider has departed and stepped out, but the Death Prophet is looking to make up for a bit of CS game here, now matching up 26 to the Jug at 26. Bat's still trailing a bit here at 21, but he's going to do a little bit of jungle farm here, going right for the Blink Dagger. As I said before, it's not going to be the easiest game. Oh, what's happening here? Chessbug. I called the guy out before for not feeling like he was being very active, but ever since then, is already looking for multiple opportunities to kind of make an opening here. And how much is this really kind of set back the Jug, though? He's still in top 3 CS.
I'll take that.
And well, I don't think the Dazzle's been miffed too much about it either. What's this? Early smoke movement? It's level 7 here for the Gyro. Oh, he's just going to pull all these camps together and just call down. Oh! Look at all that farm. Yummy! Quillo already done in phase boots here. Maybe the drums next. Helm of the Dom, so be it, but This gyrocopter is getting pretty swole. 50 and 25 CS now at almost 7 minutes in. That is a stacked gyrocopter already. Darkrai here. He has been already putting so much use to this first Nightfall here, and it's not looking to let up quite yet. Chesbug nearby. And this would be quite the interesting man fight. Now they are going to be spotting him out. Quickly goes for the speed here, and Ame is looking to make chase. Gets one little swat in, but not going to be following it up with any sort of Blade Fury here. Obviously, Surge is available for the Darkseer in case aid is needed, and they're going to make their space as necessary. It would have been nice to make an opening here on the Jug before he reaches his level 6, but it does not look like that's going to be happening here. Oh, and Phasers almost together here for SC. Still persistent in farm on the mid lane. Getting some early pressure onto this tier 1. But, you know, the one drawback, Death Prophet's first exorcism is not really the scariest thing until you start getting some extra levels into it. It's not really going to be anything too scary. Oh. Flame approaching bottom lane here. He's getting closer to that Blink Dagger now. He's got about 1,500 gold. A couple of stacks could help this out quite a bit. He's going to be making one for himself. Will be blocked. Oh, that dirty little Chesbug. He just walked in there and blocked out the camp. Inflame's going to come back to a bit of sad news here. Maybe he thinks he can make go on a Chesbug and will be baited into what is a smoke setup right now from NewBee. CDEC, oh, gotta be careful here. Inflame does show himself, and now they're looking to make a move. Will Murr get it close enough for the Magic Missile? Doesn't seem to be the case, but look who's been caught out back at the bottom lane here. Ame on the Jug. Wow. Soul Siphon call down, plenty of burst, and that will be the end of the Jug. NewBee pull ahead now 3-2, and be able to easily finish off this tier 2 tower with the help of that exorcism.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And now is going to be
Dire's middle tower is under
quick
attack.
charge out. Let me go ahead and reconnect to my... I'll go ahead and reconnect to that and see if it's all up to snuff here. Blaze, I see you're in the thing. Are you back, my man?
Trying to get in the game, though. It's one app at a time. It was a full catastrophic meltdown.
That's okay, my brother. No worries. Mild action has been breaking out, but looks like we might get some more here. Jaja on the step back, but the last one's going to be there, and they pull him right in and through a Blade Fury. A wall committed here from the Darkseer is certainly not going to be enough to stop CDEC. Get what they need, and they walk away the victor in this one and tie things up 3-3. A hard hit for the Gyrocopter, who was king of the farm up to that point. Now he's going to have to go through a small setback. And, well, back at mid lane, June, who has been forced to sidestep from his off lane a bit. Look at this, he even has to hold on to a bracer, it would seem. How many stacks he's got any built up? No, nothing right now. It looks like he will be able to make the cap stack here for himself. Bottom lane, oh, it looks like we missed the back end of Ame. And his Swift, what may have been his first Omni Slash right now, just isolating and quickly taking apart the Darkseer. Nice little pick for him. And indeed, like any other Chinese Jug apparently, he is also going to be going for the Battle Fury, committing with the first Void Stone here. So that'll be in order for him, and he'll be able to farm up quite nicely at this point. And we'll have to read the situation to see if Gyrocopter wants to go back into a more farming position, or if he feels like he has not been able to reach his potential fighting yet. Still has a call down to put to use here, and it looks like he will advance towards this mid lane and has Murr nearby just in case. Still trying to creep towards that level 6, so no swap at the ready yet, but between Murr and Chesbug and now even SC getting involved, it looks like there could be an all-out brawl here. Rotations in from CDEC. A Ravage is ready here from June, and the second the Tidehunter shows himself, quickly NewBee are thinking about doing something else instead. They split off. Arcanes up on each other here. It's daytime now, so you would think that maybe CDEC Youth would look to play a bit of a passive game here, but with Inflame now having the Blink Dagger, it's a Batrider Blink Dagger. You gotta have a Smoke Black Dagger, Batrider Blink Dagger after all, so let's see if they can find something out of it here, even through daytime. And with Batrider missing on the map, NewBee kind of looking at their clocks a bit. They're like, this is about that time where there is going to be a Batrider with a smoke, and we don't want anyone to get caught out. Now there's been darkness committed from the Night Stalker. It looks like CDEC will just take their full rotation all the way to the top lane to show themselves, and once they show themselves there, I think NewBee will know that it's safe to kind of walk out. And it looks like they're just going to go right back at the mid lane once more, so... Man, very passive stuff. Obviously, they're very, very nervous about where this Bat Rider is lurking. Still hiding, by the way. Inflame not looking to show himself in the lane quite yet. I hear a charge here. Under a smoke, they go way in for this bottom lane. They're going to go right through a ward where Jug thinks he's safe. But look at that game sense, man. He's going right out. And because they canceled out the TP, I guess they're not going to be able to get him. He just TPs away, and NewBee will not be able to find him. All right, well, they know something's fishy. Jug is quickly out of there and quickly back into the grind to farm right now, and it's going to be NewBee who are coming up short in any sort of setup. Oh, Yules is in order here soon for SC, though, and as we know, that's very scary here. Death Prophet and that Soul Siphon. It just makes Yules all the nicer here now, and the extra move speed. All she really needs to build on top of that after is her tank ability. Gotta be a taunt. I hear a lasso. This might finally be the next snag with that Blink Dagger, and it's gonna be on Yaja. He's able to get off the call down before he's dropped, but June steps in, gets off one hell of a Ravage right now, which will lead to the takedown of the Vengeful Spirit. Soul Siphon comes out on the back of an Exorcism as they look to make chase for Ame here, but this Jug is just a bit too swift. Now they turn back, looking to go for June, and man, they quickly realize that Soul Siphon does hurt pretty damn hard. But here comes the return of Ame, Blade Fury on through, and it's going to get the finish onto the Death Prophet. Chesbug hoping for a deny from the Roche. He's not going to get it there. CDEC Youth walk away. Heads held high. Taking down 3. Big victory for them. Now Ame is going to be close to that one extra component for this Battle Fury, and Darkrai is going to have to make his etching back to here. And look at this guy with his farm. He's already got a point booster build up on this Night Stalker,
Dire's
man.
middle tower is under attack.
Soon enough, he's going to have this Agnums, and CDEC Youth are going to be taking full control of this map. And you have a Bat Rider on your team, you're going to have a very, very, very nervous NewBee squad. Gyro with Helm with the Dominator now still has quite a build to go, though, if he wants to even be relevant in this fight as it stands. Back to the drawing board for SC and his Yules, and for every nighttime here, it's not making things easy for NewBee. And based on the game plan they have in motion, this is supposed to be a peaking window for them where they want to be getting a lot done, but it just is not coming easy when you still have to be in fear of where this Bat Rider may be popping out from, and also have to worry about the initiation factor of June. I mean, look at all the setup potential they have here on the side of CDEC Young. A prowling, lurking Night Stalker, Tide Hunter, who's going to be finishing out a Blink, but soon to get his own, or soon to finish out a Mech and then get his own Blink. And Bat Rider. And look what the hell he's doing here. He's spotted a nice little Darkseer here, hog-tied him up, and burned him crisp, and barbecued it on down. He's got a freezy easy kill. Top lane. Grab that NewBee are going to be happy to take a support trade for the Darkseer there at the bottom, and they'll hope to segue this into what looks like a tier 1 tower push.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Not much going to be coming over here from what looks like from the side of CDEC here. But as I say that, here comes Darkrai. June going in first. One more second, he'll have Ravage. Has it now. He's thinking about going in, but he gets knocked with a stun. Finally gets the Ravage off, but there is already a call down in effect. Don't really want to be walking into the midst of that, and Ame going to be slowed to a bitter pulp right now. Chesbug can't seem to make it away. Darkrai's easily able to go in with the Void. Daz is going to be able to get the right click on that one, and Exorcism is out, but it's NewBee on the retreat here. Ame looking to go in. Still has his Omni Slash. Finally gets the catch on this Death Prophet. Is going to get the slice on one. Also able to get a lot of serious damage here on the Darkseer, who's going to be forced to surge up. Goes on retreat. I don't think he's going to be making it away from this one. There was a secondary urn. The right click's going to come. Boom, he's going to be slashed down. Last survivor here, Jia. He's got 5 stacks. He's turning back. He's hoping to get Rocket Barrage, but now it's up to 6. Here comes Inflame. He is taken to the skies, and he is looking for a Gyro Barbecue. Icy in that heal. Oh, a lot of faith there. Made to keep him alive and well, but huge fight there for CDEC Young. Pretty much a 5-man wipe, and it doesn't stop there. Suddenly a wild Chesbug has appeared. He is very angry about what has happened and has decided to feed his own life over. And apparently NewBee are now turning into the choke artist, it seems. One by one. With the way that things turned out in game number 1, we'll take this to a full 3-game stretch at this point. Welcome back, my friend. Everything's going pretty good. It's clearly really opened up right now for CDEC. They're finding everything they could ever ask for right now. Great setups, and unfortunately for NewBee, things seem to be coming up a bit short for them. This Bat Rider has really been going on the assault, man.
And I'm seeing the Night Stalkers contributed quite a bit too. Darkrai 6-0-4, Iron Talon as well.
Yeah.
So as a support, this Night Stalker is still like 4th in net worth. Really impressive.
I mean, it was like nightfall, and then 2 seconds later, he got the kill. Like, it was like, I'm ready to meet my night quota, and night can't come quick enough. He gets it done, finds another kill in the bottom lane. He's quickly 2-0, and next thing you know, he nearly has an Axe complete, man. This has been one hell of a Night Stalker showing. And really makes you wonder why we don't get to see the hero enough, especially over on the Western scene
it's
now.
banned. China just bans it out every single time they can. It is pretty much first pick material in every game that I've seen. Obviously, there are like the Earth Spirit or the OD. Sometimes Void is comparable, but otherwise, Night Stalker is like the go-to because he's so flexible. The off-lane aspect versus the support aspect. He, of course, I honestly think Iron Talon is probably one of the best Iron Talon carriers in the game because of the fact that he is forced to be passive at the daytime. But here we go in June.
Charge in for June. They got him silenced up. Can they take him apart before the Ravage? They certainly can. He's going to help the Shallow Grave, and man, he gets everyone on the outer cusp of that Ravage. The first one to go down is going to be the Mighty Vengeful Spirit. They look to finish off June. They are going to get that one, but the Bat Rider is starting to burn everyone apart, starting with the Spirit Breaker, then looks to follow up. Rocket Barrage going to be coming out, and he's get the heal once again, and they're like, that's it, we're done. That was way too dominating right there. Oh my god, it only takes about 18 minutes, but Game 2 is over, and we're going to a Game 3, Blaze.
All right, well, I'm glad for that. I would hate to miss the series just off of that, but that was actually... obviously, we got to see some good stuff from Inflame and the Bat Rider in mid, but Night Stalker, fear the dark against him because he is really bringing the pain. That is an impressive KDA in such a short game and such a short time span. And I was worried that it might not work because the Dazzle couldn't contribute, but if they were able to just be that confident in their safe lane duo, the Night Stalker is pretty much just free reign to go anywhere else and just make sure that he can continually find his openings. So really good movement from him. Obviously, CDEC Youth had a few vulnerabilities, like we've seen time and time again. The Death Prophet fail in the laning phase. She's really strong when she has her team behind her, but isolated by herself, she is a vulnerability, and CDEC Youth seem to have broken that one. So we get to see them go into Game 3 with some momentum behind them. Looking forward to it.
All right, and with that said, we will return. This is Coddle Guy for Beyond the Summit, joined by Blaze, and when we come back, it's going to be Game 3 hype right now in the MarsTV Dota 2 League Chinese qualifier, lower bracket semifinal matchup. Winner to move on and face Tong Fu in the lower bracket final.